We're the ECB team, and today we're going to discuss Eurovision 2026 semi-final one. Let's get started.
Let's get started.
So, just before rehearsals taking place, it's time to stop and make our very first predictions of who will be the qualifiers of the semifinals. In this video, we will focus on semifinal one. A quick reminder about how the semifinal gonna move as a sequence. So we have the running order: Moldova opening, followed by Sweden, Croatia, Greece, Portugal, Georgia, Finland closing the first half. And for the second half, we'll have Montenegro, Estonia, Israel, Belgium, Lithuania, San Marino, Poland, and Serbia. Important note, also Italy and Germany will vote in between of those acts, but since we will discuss the qualifiers only, we will exclude them for today's discussion. So 15 countries and only 10 will qualify. Each one of us has made his own notes and try to predict who will qualify. And now let's go over them one by one and see actually whether we agree or not, and if so, why or why not. So we're gonna cover the countries with in a some random order. The first country we will discuss will be Sweden. So both Vani and me agree that Sweden will qualify. Vani, why do you think Sweden will qualify?
Um, if it didn't qualify, it would be a crime for me, honestly. I don't know. I mean, Sweden is one of the best countries in Eurovision. They always take Eurovision too seriously. They are competitive. They are closer to win many times. And yeah, I do think Sweden, of course, will qualify and do very well in the grand final.
That's good. So yeah, I kind of agree. I think no surprises are planned here. They usually do well. This song got a lot of positive reviews as far as I saw. Uh, it seems like this EDM can work for us. The staging is on point. Uh, it's important to know that Sweden is allocated to perform second, which is not the best allocation, as we discussed in the semifinal running order reaction. But I think that maybe it's on purpose, like in the sense that probably producers thought that yes, Sweden will anyway make it, so it won't harm them, like to at least to qualify. I do think, yeah, there are some kind of similar songs to Sweden, but not that similar. For example, Montenegro, but they are not that close one to each other. So I think none of them will cancel the another. So yeah, easy qualification for me. All right, second country we both agreed will qualify is Finland. Vani, justify, please.
Finland is one of the favorites to want to take a very good spot in the Eurovision this year as well. And I do think that the violin effect, as well as the vocals of the singer, the staging we saw in UMK, and all this stuff is pretty enough for Finland. Finland is also doing very well in the last years. They have reestablished their name in Eurovision because they had their flop era in the late tens, I think. So yeah, I do think that Finland will definitely qualify and do a very good as well in Eurovision.
Yeah, agree. I think currently they are even leading the odds to win the whole thing. We still don't know whether they will win. To be honest, sometimes I think yes, sometimes I think not. But yeah, Linda is charismatic with her violin. If she even managed to play it, then for sure it can make magics. Pete is kind of charismatic, good looking. I think it makes the whole thing to work. They also have kind of good position closing the first half. So like they got the best possible, I think, running order in the first half. Finland doing really well. They have qualified every year since 2021, if I'm not wrong. So I think like I don't see a reason why it won't continue. All right, the third country we both agree will qualify is Israel. Vani, why do you think Noam Bettan will qualify?
Uh, this song has lots of great traits that it makes the professional entry. And I do think Israel will qualify in both the jury section and the televoting, of course. I don't see a reason why Israel wouldn't qualify for the final. This song is great. And of course, the televoting will matter. as in last year's Israel is doing very well in the televotes. So yeah, I also think they have kind of made their mark in Eurovision for good or for bad. So yeah, I do think that Israel is an easy finalist this year as well, and they totally deserve it for me.
Nice. Yes, I think Noam is first of all, Noam is a really good vocalist, a good performer. We have seen it in the Rising Star, those who has followed or just watched the performances afterwards. I think the song has kind of genre of flavor that none of semifinal one songs suggests, for good or for bad. And yeah, I think like it's also refreshing to see Israel bringing something new to the table. It's very different from Aiden and Yuval. Like it's not a ballad, for example. It's even like very French flavor. I don't know. There are some French lovers that probably voting, for example, Belgium, that I can see supporting that one. Um, so yeah, and I think also the Rhine Goldor is quite nice. It's like after Estonia, which is that really different. And yeah, I would expect it to be even later in this Rhine Goldor, but now it doesn't matter. We can't ignore the fact that Israel has done really well in the televote in the last 3 years, let's say, from Noah to Yuval. And I see no difference that year. By the way, I'm not sure that they will do that well, but I think they will do good enough or well enough to qualify. All right. So the fourth country we both agree will qualify is Greece. Vani, why do you think Greece will qualify?
Uh, it's honestly the first time after a very long time that I am this confident for the Greek qualification to the final. This guy, Akylas, is such a performer. In the last months, he is leaving for Eurovision, and it's honestly for me probably will win the televoting of the semifinal, I think. And I'm not saying because I'm Greek, I'm saying because I actually believe in him and the power, the smiles, the positive vibe, yet the importance of the song. I do think this one will convince both televotes and juries. So yeah, I do think Greece will easily advance this year. And honestly, I want to add that last year I was so insecure about Greece fate and we came sixth place. So now I think we will can do even better in the final.
Nice. First of all, for me, Klavdia will say one of best Greek entries ever, I must say. Like really, I enjoyed it so much. I even voted for her in the semifinal, by the way. Yeah, but regarding Fertile, so I think it's really contagious. It's a song that you can't ignore. Even those who don't like it can't ignore the fact that it's memorable, it's sketchy. I think the heart of that is Akylas himself. He's really charismatic. He's a like really sweet guy. I do expect to see much bigger plans for staging though, because I wasn't a fan of the staging in Ethnikos Telikos for the Greek national final actually. Like the animation, I know something didn't work for me, but I'm sure they're gonna improve it. I'm not worried at all. I think it can be even top three of the semi. Not sure whether winning or not, but top three it can be. So yeah, it looks like a really safe year for Greece to pass to the final. All right, so we covered four of them, but actually have more. We have more that we agreed on, which is good news, I think. The fifth country we will discuss will be Moldova. Vani, why do you think Moldova will qualify?
First of all, it's an opener of the semifinal. It will be a very good party moment for the viewers, especially I think the televoting will appreciate it a lot. And even though I'm not the biggest fan of it, I think that it can definitely appeal, and it has something very catchy. It's in the same category of Greece in the semifinal, the catchy songs that will definitely get more support from the television than the jury. If it was 100% jury, I would even dare say Moldova could not qualify. But of course, the televoting plays 50% of the role. So I do believe Moldova is going to advance to the finals. Not that easily, but quite safely.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think they're really in a good position opening the semifinals themselves, not only semifinal one. It's a return country, so I think many people will be excited about the return, those who is like following the context. Um, I'm not a big fan of that either, I must say. It's in my bottom five, actually, personal taste only. But I can't like ignore the fact that many people will like it. I think it will do even better than expected in the televote section. Not sure about the jury, but even though they don't have Romania, which is like, probably the best friend country, they have some Balkan in this semi that I think that also the jury will vote with it. I can see the Croatian, the Greek jury, I don't know, the Montenegrin, the Serbian, etc., etc., even Georgia voting for that one. And maybe the Romanian diaspora as well, that vote for as the rest of the world, etc. So yeah, overall, I think it will do well enough. Once again, not in the level of top three of the semi, but as that is as I say now, but I think it will be good enough. And yeah, he is lucky to be in position number one. All right, another one we both agreed on is actually Lithuania. Vani, why do you think Lithuania will qualify?
Yeah. I do think Lithuania is lucky to be in the first semifinal, to be honest. And yeah, it will definitely qualify. I can see many countries voting for it, like Georgia, Finland, Sweden, even Estonia could be, Poland. So Lithuania is quite lucky on that one, I guess. And also, I can't really omit the artistry of Leon Chica. This is a very different style that will definitely appeal to many people, especially I think younger generation actually. And I think Lithuania is a safe televoting finalist, and I do think they will also do well with the jury this time, something that rarely happens for Lithuania. They usually do better with televoting, but I think Lithuania will advance without problems this year either.
Yeah, I kind of agree. I must say that Lithuania does sorry lack some of their supporters in the semi. They don't have Ireland, though, who don't, that just doesn't participate this year. UK and Latvia are in semi too, and usually both of them allocate between 8 to 12 points to Lithuania, at least in the televote, as like kind of a diaspora or just friendly voting. But yeah, first of all, they have Poland, they have Germany, they have some diaspora there. Poland might vote for that as well. I think Leon Ceccah is one of the best performer of that semi, to be honest. Not sure about that the song will be that popular, but I think as a performer, many people will respect it. I do see jury actually, I agree with you, voting for that one as well, maybe more than usual. I don't know, Linkita had the same thing as well. She has done
Yeah.
quite good with the jury, even though Lithuania is not a powerhouse in jury. And actually, Lithuania has almost always made it to the top 10 of televote in semifinal they participated. Even in 2019, Juris Volkenko, sorry, wasn't a qualifier, but he was top 10 with the televote, if I'm not wrong. So, yeah, I think he's on the track. He's also in a good position. I think there are not that strong entries next to him. It's in 12th position, which is, I think, good enough. And before San Marino, and once again, San Marino, we'll get into it, but I don't think it's a country to be afraid of, at least for Leon Sika. The silvery vision, we know the iconic performance, and also I must say, I really like the revamp as well. With the violins and strings, I think the song now is even better. I can't say the song is my top five, but I can say I kind of like it, to be honest, more and more even. So yeah, I can see him qualifying easily as well. All right, another one we agreed on is Croatia. Vani, why do you think Lelek with Andromeda will qualify?
Although having all first four songs to perform as qualifiers is kind of rare, I think in this case it will happen. Um, Croatia has nothing to be afraid of. The song is very deeply, the very lyrics are very nice. The song is very nice, ethnic, deep song for that people usually tend to vote for. Jury will also vote for it, I guess. It will not have much problem to advance to the finals. I really like it. It's very good. And Croatia, after last year's kind of flop, I think they're back on track. And I'm happy that Croatia has started getting better results in the last few years, like the second place of 2024. And I really do wish for a top 10 finish. I think they will definitely qualify for the final. They will not fear much. I could expect a surprise non-qualifier if they were competing in the second semifinal. But now I think it will have no problem.
Interesting. So on Croatia, I think I agree with you. They qualify as I see it. I'm not 100% sure, I must say, but I'm 85% sure. If may I somehow like estimate my chances, the chances of like my prediction, sorry. Yeah, a tiny reason why I'm afraid is that there are really strong entries in the first half of the semi. So I can't have all of the seven qualifying. But yeah, and also the position isn't that good because they are between Sweden, which is really a strong one, and Greece, which is also a really strong one. But it, suggests a different mood somehow. More laid back. It's most about the harmonies, the vocals, kind of ballad, but a power ballad, and actually not really a ballad, but something that builds really gradually. It has even some, electronic production, not, upbeat one, but one in the subtle side of that. Another reason, and now the reason why I think they will qualify, let's stay positive. So first of all, let's not ignore they have also Serbia and Montenegro together. Both of them will, I think, grant them at least 8 points, if not much more, in the televote and jury. We have four, like two multiplied by two. So it means they're already starting the bar with something like 30 something or even 40 points, which is kind of considerable. I can see also some other Balkan countries voting for that one due to the music influences like Greece, Moldova, I don't know. And you know what? I think also jury will appreciate that one because if their vocals will be on point, if the harmonies will be as good as in the studio cut, then it might be really impressive. I think the staging on Dora was a good one, to be honest. It was really arcade coded with a lot of, different views and really, I don't know, heartbreaking animation. So I think they're on track on that. I still a bit fear they won't, but if I have to choose, then I'm most confident that they will rather than they won't. All right. We have an additional two that we agreed on. So in total, we agreed on 9 countries, which is almost agreed on everything. The next one we will discuss will be Serbia, who actually closes the show. So we have Lavina with Kraimene. Vani, why do you think Serbia is in?
I do think Serbia will advance to the finals because it's a very good rock song that could appeal many viewers in May in the semifinal. It's also a closing song in the semifinal. Also, mostly they do have advantage to qualify. The song is very different than the other songs in the semifinal, so that will also play its part. It will have the audience, of course, it will have its audience, and the jury. I don't know if the jury will perceive this that good. And on the other hand, yeah, I actually believe Serbia will qualify with ease, like seventh, eighth place of the semifinal. It's an entry which I personally am not really a fan of, but people will definitely resonate, and why not? I mean, it's a different touch of for Serbia.
Yeah, I must say, I'm not a big fan of the song. I do think it qualify. I appreciate them as a band because I can see they're really like faithful to their own art, and you see the great chemistry of them. And first, and I must say, Serbia is one of my favorite Eurovision countries in general. Like they usually deliver. I think their position will play a crucial place on a good thing here that even encourage them to qualify. Also, like a bit similar to Croatia, but yeah, they have Montenegro and Croatia here with them, so they got really. a nice bench of points they will probably will be receiving anyway. Um, there are no more rock songs in the semifinal, unlike semifinal two, where we have at least two of them. So it's good news for them, I think. Yeah, also can see the young generation or the rock lover are actually picking their phone and voting for that one. Um, so yeah, I can see them qualifying without a problem, to be honest. Maybe some of them, even of the young jury or the jury that like rock will push it through. Not sure as strong as in the televote, but yeah, overall I think due to the genre friendly voting, etc., they are in. All right, the last one, and I must say I'm still not sure about that prediction. But I had to choose somehow my 10 and this pop up rather than others. So the last song Vani, you and me agreed on that will qualify is Poland, ALICJA with Pray. Vani, you go first. Why do you think Poland is in?
Yes, honestly, in this case, I am very confused as well. I'm like 50-50. Uh, I think Alicia's vocal is too good to fail in the semifinal. Like we of course know it's a song contest, but one, this song, I think similar songs haven't played in Eurovision before, at least in the recent years. And secondly, her vocals. So I do think, and the position in the semifinal also helps a lot. Uh, but on the other hand, I'm not sure if people and juries will perceive this as something uh, out of the box and vote for it, or too out of the box and leave it out. So kind of confused here, but I do tend to believe Poland will advance to the final at the end of the day, and someone else will not. But I wouldn't rule out a non-qualification if something goes bad on that night. Poland isn't really the most successful in doing good stages in a ways. But yeah, I hope they qualify and I believe they will qualify.
Nice. So I have like introduced that one, but I will repeat. I'm not sure they will qualify. But as for now, it's the one that I thought. I think what convinced me more is first of all ALICJA herself. She's a great vocalist. She's really confident. She performs in the genre she wants, as she has stated in some interviews. She like really into the soul and R&B, etc. So yeah, I'm positive on her to do well, or at least to be close to qualify. Let's call it that way. I think that if she wasn't allocated in position number 14, maybe I will have some different notes of views on that one. But also, what leads me here is I don't know. It's a bit difficult, Vani, because I usually we know the jury don't really vote for Poland, but I think that Alita
Yeah.
herself will actually can make it happen because she's a really good vocalist. Maybe the presence on stage will be good. I know they also planning kind of a prop on stage. Still have no clue what prop, how big it is, how it looks like,
Yeah.
etc., etc. But it also can, somehow help. The problem with Poland, of Poland, sorry, is they don't have much friendly voting in that semi. I mean, yeah, they have Germany and they have Lithuania, which is a good starting point, but they don't have some of the countries that actually withdrew. Like Iceland sometimes voted for them. I don't know. UK is in second semi-final. Ireland is not competing this year, etc. So yeah, they lose some of their support. But yeah, also I think that to be honest, I think that Poland might qualify over one of the songs in the first half because we can't have all of them qualifying. So that's the way I can see it sneaking through. But sadly, it means sneaking. So I think even if she qualifies, and I pray she will qualify, I think it won't be like a strong qualification. I think she will do it from, I don't know, 8, 10 positions, something like that. But I'm not certain on that one at all. All right, so now we have some songs that both of us agreed won't qualify, and let's go quickly over them. So the first one is Portugal. I will start. I think the song is just not appealing enough to the televote as I see it. They are really like really good vocalists. They have their own art, but I think that this genre is too specific or local to the Portuguese music. And while the Portuguese fans really are crazy on that one, and I can see it, I can see why. I'm not sure it will be that strong. I might think that jury might support it better than expected, but I'm really afraid of televoting don't really pushing it through. The running order also isn't excellent. There are in the first half, we have many bombs there like Finland, Moldova, Greece, Sweden, etc. So yeah, Vani, what do you think? Portugal is out.
Um, Portugal is usually one of the countries I favor to qualify and one of my favorite countries. This year it's not the case. All the selection format, the refusal to go to Eurovision, the leaving us with Bandidos do Cante. I think the song can appeal to the jury vote indeed, up to an extent, like being a borderline finalist on the jury, but televoting is really hopeless. I'm very sorry. And yeah, I do think that Portugal was a surprise finalist last year for some, but I don't think they will have the same fate. Sorry.
Yeah, it also crossed my mind because last year that was one of my, I think, my only error in prediction, if I'm not wrong, that Portugal won't go through. But yeah, back then the song was much more modern. This year it's not that modern, so I'm afraid to be honest. All right, another one we both agree won't make it is actually San Marino. Vani, why do you think San Marino is out?
Yeah, it doesn't really help. I do think it's a good candidate for the 15th place of the semifinal or 13th, 14th, something like that. Not close to qualifying. Unfortunately, this song reminds me of a similar recipe to their 2017 entry, like a returning artist like Senhit, and it was Valentina. Now it's Senhit, and with an American singer. So I don't British. I don't know if I'm sorry, and yeah,
Yeah, it's British.
okay. And I do think that unfortunately San Marino doesn't stand a chance this year. I secretly hope I'm wrong, but no, sadly, I don't see it.
Yeah, so even though Senhit is like really sweet and I think like Eurovision fan with a whole heart, I don't think it will help. I don't think the song grabs much attention at this position. It's doing really poorly in the, I don't know, in the Eurovision ratings, in the My Eurovision scoreboard, in the odds. San Marino usually struggles, so I can't see a room why it qualifies very shortly. All right, another one we both believe sadly won't make it is Estonia. So I will react. I think Vanilla Ninja is really a good band. I follow their discography in general. I think they have much better songs than that one. The revamp really helps, but not helping enough. I think it's better, but not in the sense that it can lead us to qualify. I think it's a song that might grab 2 points here, 3 points there, but I can't see it like, accumulating enough points sadly. Also, I think that the position in the rank order isn't that helpful. They're in ninth place. Israel is just after them. They have Lithuania not far from them. So some songs that will, like for sure, people will talk about. Um, yeah, and I think after, I don't know, they have qualified every year since 2022. I think this year probably it's gonna be changing for Estonia. Vani, what do you think about Estonia?
Yeah, I will agree with you in most parts. To be honest, I do think Estonia might have some chance to advance, but honestly, it's quite low. So I tend to believe that for now they're not going to qualify. Yes, I agree with the comment you said that it can grab some points from here and there. But honestly, no, I think they actually became a bit competitive with the revamp, but not competitive enough to qualify, I guess, for the final. However, I believe in them and I could see them as a surprise finalist. Estonia has quite a good record on qualifying the last years, but yeah, I tend to believe they will not qualify for now.
Yes, same. All right, the last country we both sadly agree won't qualify, and it might be a surprise for many of our viewers, but I must say I'm not confident on that one. But that's the case when you have to just choose top 10 of them. So Georgia, we both think Georgia won't make it. Vani, you go first. Why do you think this is the case?
I just think the song is not what listeners will admire. It's a song that is probably too much of not polished, let's say messy, and I don't think people will appreciate that unless we see a very nice staging and very nice vocal capacity. And I don't know, it's not Junior Eurovision now, so it's a lot different. And I do think that Georgia is a bit of stuck with the Junior Eurovision recipe in this one. And yeah, I tend to believe that they will not advance to the final and will not do good in either sections, jury or televote. So yeah, I'm sorry, but that's for me, Georgia.
Yeah, I'm really confused on that one. Almost as I'm for Poland. As for now, basically, my doubt was either Georgia or Poland. I must confess. Like, I think one of them will make it, one of them not. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Georgia will and Poland won't. I don't know. It was like a, a decision of a minute. But yeah, I just think that for Georgia, they have some disadvantage that, like, they usually don't really do the staging that well, I must say, and they usually struggle. Like the last qualification was Nutsa in 2024, but it came after many years of non-qualifying. So I also rely on that in once I have to predict. I think also the song come after some of the bombshell of the televote, like Moldova, Sweden, Greece, and it's just before Finland. And I fear that, you know, it might play impact that people won't be patient enough to see it. I'm really afraid because the song is a bit Junior Eurovision coded, that's right. And I think it's a bit too repetitive, especially with la 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 with the hand moves, etc. Uh, it's cute, it's contagious, but I'm not sure it will help them. I really, by the way, afraid from the jury score. I think that once in the televote they might, pick some points. In the jury they might even got some, I don't know, not negative, but like yeah, some non-positive surprise. So yeah, I can see them as I would say surprising non-qualifier because many people think they will make it easily. But yeah, I can see a room where then they're not qualifying. But once again, we'll get into it. All right. So now we're left with two countries that we haven't spoken about. One of them is Montenegro, the other one is Belgium. One of us think that one qualified, the other one won't, and one of us the other. Vani, very shortly, why do you think Belgium will qualify? That was your choice.
Yeah, I it was very hard for me to choose between Belgium, Poland, Montenegro, and Estonia, Georgia for two spots in the final, but I tend to believe that ESSYLA has actually something very distinctive and very direct in her song. That is, it's one of the few bops of Eurovision this year that actually reminds of nice radio polished music. And that's also, I think this song has a lot of potential because she's a good vocalist and she has proven it in many occasions. And yeah, the song needs good. So I do believe Belgium is going to advance, but I wouldn't rule out a qualification either, of course. It's like 60 to 40 for me.
Mhm. So regarding Belgium, to be honest, she's a sweetheart. I really like her, I must say, out of record, and I want her to qualify. But if I have to predict, I'm not sure at all that she can make it. I think one of my, I have, Vixie, I have free justification why I think it won't qualify. First one, I think that even though the song is distinctive, I'm not sure about her vocals to be honest, because on the performance on the voice, it wasn't a good one. On the other end of the pre-parties, she was quite good. Second of all, I think that RTBF and VRT are actually the two Belgian broadcasters usually tend really to ruin their own chances by the staging. Most of the staging of their songs are not good at all, I must say. We have seen it with Senhit, we've seen it with the 2019, for example, even Musti. So to be honest, I'm a bit afraid they can't really bring something too strong for that. And third one, and maybe not the most important, but in general, I don't think the running order is on her favor, because yeah, she's not far from Israel, which for sure will be much more popular. She's before Lithuania, if I'm not wrong, that also can get a lot of attention. And first half for sure we can already book some of the certain qualifiers. So yeah, she has some chances, but I'm not sure it's on her favor. So. It's as for now, it's almost a certain non-qualifier for me, but I hope I'm wrong. I really hope. All right, and the last country that we haven't discussed is Montenegro. So I think Montenegro will go through, and you, Vani, don't think so. Maybe I will start. So yeah, usually betting that Montenegro will qualify is a risky one because they tend not to qualify. Let's face it, their last qualification was in 2015, more than 10 years ago. And basically another qualification they had is just the year before, 2014, and that's it, to be honest. Like since the separation of Montenegro from Montenegro and Serbia Montenegro, I mean. But yeah, I do think that Tamara is a really good vocalist. I think staging will be on point. I see many people liking that one. I hope that many of them will actually vote for that one and not like, stay in the streaming numbers. Um, Moreover, I do think, as I said, with Croatia and Serbia, that Montenegro has both Serbia and Croatia with them in the semifinal. So I think it will help them to grab significant points. I can see some other countries putting some points on that one. And I think the song, yeah, is actually kind of boppy. It's a girl pop that we have some of them here, but the production is really good. I must say I'm a bit not that happy about the running order being eight, especially after Finland. So I would be like, more certain about this prediction if she was towards the end. But yeah, if I have to make a choice, I do think she will qualify. Vani, now your turn. Why do you think Montenegro is out?
It was a very difficult decision to make for my predictions. On one hand, yeah, Montenegro actually has Croatia and Serbia that will definitely vote for it, I guess, especially Serbia. But I think that sadly, this entry doesn't really. I think many people will stay on the like phase and won't vote for it. And yeah, Montenegro definitely has a very difficult record of qualifying. That is mostly due to Montenegro's songs in the past. But this year, definitely, it's a bit of step up from the other years. But I can see it being 11th place, actually, of the semifinal, uh, from 9th to 11th. For now, I tend to believe that it will not be in the finals because I'm not sure if the rest of the televote will appreciate it. I do think it will do better with the jury, but there are many songs that the televote could vote for, and I am not really sure if Montenegro is the one to pick up your phone and vote for it. So for now, I will say Montenegro will not advance to the final.
All right. So that's it, I guess. We have covered all of the 15 entries. Some of them we believe will qualify, some of them will not. But now, our dear viewers, it's your turn. Tell us in the comments below who are the 10 qualifiers you predict? Who is in your top 10 personal taste to qualify? Don't forget to give us a like and subscribe to our channel right here below. That's right, to get notified and be sure that you're aware of each new release we will do this season. Thank you very much for watching. You can find us on ecb.com, YouTube, Spotify, Instagram, Twitter, and basically everywhere. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye bye.
Bye.